Hi folks, welcome to Gamers Web. My name's Mark, and in this video I'm going to look at the all-new Plastic Totenkorp Horde from Warlord Games for Konflikt'47. These are brand new models, they've just arrived, and I'm very excited to add these to my ever-growing Konflikt'47 collection. So, without further ado, let's jump in. Right, so we have a box set of all-new Plastic Totenkorp. Previously they were done in metal, then they were re-released in resin, I think in Warlord resin, but now these are all plastic. What we get is an assembler guide and 30 plastic zombies in various states of decomposition. My brain just completely froze then. In various states of decomposition, as well as the bases for the models as well. And as you notice, they're not all German, because you know, why just leave your dead enemies on the battlefield when you can actually utilize them? And it acts as another layer of terror when you're approaching your enemies, when they see someone who they were having breakfast with that morning in the bunker or in the trench or wherever they were, get up and shamble towards them. So adds a bit of a demoralisation effect. Okay, so 30 models. Let's have a quick look. Now, as I said, these are all brand new plastic models. As usual, Warlord do a really good job with their plastics, and I'm very excited to actually see these. I'm really hoping that they actually do a lot more plastics going forward, because they're well worth it. Okay, so we've got our assembly guide, which we'll look at in a moment. Then we've got our packing thing, which is Alexandra. Thank you very much, Alexandra. We have 30 bases for 30 models. And then we also have 2 sprues. Now, I think these two are identical. Yes, they're 2 identical sprues. So we'll just put one to one side a moment and have a look. So we'll see. We have got a torso that's the one that's lying on the floor on the back of the box. Then we've got what is it? 2, 4, 6, 7 on that side, and then we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 on that side, on 2 sprues. Unless my counting's wrong, that's not 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 15, yeah, 30. Yes, 8 and 7 is 15, Mark. Please go back to school and learn maths. I did actually go back to school and learn maths, actually. I got my higher in maths about 3 years ago at the age of 60, which is bizarre. Alright, okay, so what we've got is we've got 2 sides of the frames, and we'll look at the instructions in a second, but they're in German on one side by the looks of things, and then on the other side it appears to be American. So we've got guys in great coats and what have you. We've even got one of these zombies holding a spade. There's another one who looks like he's holding a knife here or what have you. And we've even got a jetpack from a Firefly. What looks like a gun holster, a pistol holster. Then we've got the heads, which we'll take a closer look at. Alright, so the heads are in various states of decomposition, most with helmets on. There's one there with a Firefly head. Then we've got like your GIs. There's even one with a mohawk, which is amazing. I'm looking forward to using him. So we've got 5 at the top on that side, 5 at the top on that side, and then we've got another 6 on this side. Is it? Yeah, 6 and 5 on that side. So altogether we're getting what, 20 odd heads to actually use on your zombies from these sprues. So you could actually use bits Sorry, I didn't have even this focus then. So we've got these heads here. So we're going to have a quick look at the instructions, and then we'll come back and have a look at how they go together. Now, apparently the way they're designed is, from what I've read, is that each zombie has corresponding left and right arms, although there's nothing to say you can't mix and match the arms if you just clip everything out and just start gluing them on. Obviously, with being plastic kits, you can use polystyrene cement on them, or you could use super glue. I would recommend using polystyrene cement. Gives you a little bit of time to work with. Super glue, if you make a mess and mistake, it's quite difficult to backtrack, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'll have a quick look at the instructions. The instructions on these should be quite simple because nothing's more than 2 parts. Obviously, so we've got a breakdown here of what we've got on our frame. So we've got starting at the top of the frame, we've got our Totenkorp Axis head variants. Then we've got Axis uniform right arm, Axis uniform body 1, right arm 1, left arm 1, right arm pointing. Lots of different things here for our frame, and everything's corresponding, which is quite good. I mean, obviously it's all self-explanatory. You just work your way down the frame. So 1, then we've got the heads at the bottom, which I think 50s are all US head variants. So everyone that says 51 is a US head variant. So we get 5, we get 10 US head variants. So you can make 10 US head zombies. Okay, so Totenkorps in Axis uniforms assembly. All assemblies are just suggestions. So there we go. We've got one guy here holding his guts. We've got another one trudging forward. This guy's holding his guts. Doesn't look like his ankle's going to last very long. We've got the torso here, which is the one that we see on the back of the box. Then we've got down at the bottom, we've got a couple of Stahltruppen who look like they've seen better days. And there is actually Stahltruppen heads as well, which I didn't notice. Then we've got the US uniform ones. And then we've got a detailed, expanded guide on how to assemble all of them. So you've got various things. You've got guys with a regular head, and then you've got guys wearing helmets. You've got a guy here wearing a cloth cap. And as I say, you've got the on the US guys, you've got the one wearing the Firefly mask or helmet, and it tells you like use parts 38, 39 and 51 to assemble the Firefly Totenkorp variants with any combination of arms. So now, because of the way they designed, you could in theory just assemble these with any spurs that you've got left over from your Warlord Games bolt action or Konflikt'47 models. They go together really well. I'm looking forward to actually putting some things on these. I got some from Highland Miniatures, some plastic zombies which make up my biggest part of my army. I think I've got 60 of those already. They're all done, all painted and ready to play. Some of them are basically just in a shambling pose like this guy here. They're not in any specific pose, but I've altered some of them so they've got weapons slouched over their backs or over their arm, or a couple of them have got backpacks on them. I didn't find this guy in the thing. Oh, actually, there he is. I've seen him now. I couldn't see him. There he is. I couldn't see when I was looking for him, but he's not looking very happy. He's got his torso split in half. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble some of these now, and we'll have a quick look at them, and I'll be back presently. So I shall be right back. Okay, welcome back, folks. I took a bit of time to assemble one of the sprues. So I've completely assembled all the sprue. I did 5 of the figures on the sprue using the instructions, the assembly guide, this one. I did 5 of the figures with that, and then I just used my initiative and did 5 the other way. The only thing I actually kept 2 was I made sure that the German heads went on the German bodies and the US heads went to the US bodies. That's the only thing that I did. I just mismatched the arms, and well, we'll go and look at the results. Okay, so I'm not going to separate them into different factions, but we can have a quick look at them. So that's the first one. Now this one's really strange because of the big split in his body. So whether you assemble him with his head on that side or that side, I'm not sure, but I think it meant to go onto this side here. He's got a split down his torso. So he's an American, as far as I can tell. And then we've got a German. He's got a little knife in his hand. They were really nice kits. They go together very, very quickly. What I decided to do was I basically cut all the bases off the frame. So I took all the bases off the frame and then basically cleaned the bases up and then just left them on the table. And then once I left them on the table, I cut off all the bodies on the sprues and then just super glued the legs on, so that way they've got a bit of a better adherence to the base, because the contacts are very small on some of them. Right, so we have another American. This guy's got his hand missing mostly. Nice model, really nice models. So I'm actually looking forward to getting these painted up, and as luck has it, one of the best YouTubers out there, Troy from Sonic Sledgehammer, has just done a video on painting up this entire box. So I strongly suggest you watch that. I'm going to leave a link of it in the video description and also in the page description on Games Web, because Troy's brilliant. He's definitely one of my favourite go-tos, and I have him in the background all the time when I'm painting models. So that's another American. This guy's got his guts hanging out. Speaking of guts, we've got one of the ones that I actually assembled using the assembly guide, if I can find him. Where's he gone? Trying to find one figure when you're looking at a sea of grey is not easy. Ah, there he is. Right, so this is one that I used from the assembly guide. This is German. He's holding his intestines, as you can see. You could actually use this intestine on that body, so he's walking around with his intestines hanging out. A bit like the scene in Dog Soldiers, where Sean Pertwee's got his intestines hanging out and he's saying, "Oh, my sausages are hanging out." That stuck with me for a long, long time. Okay, so let's crack on. Another one that was assembled using the guide, what slightly changed because I didn't give him a weapon, is the Firefly. And this is one of my favourites. I really like this one. And he's got his backpack on. I've actually got some 3D printed backpacks that I did with my printer before it died. To bolster my forces, I basically 3D printed lots of torsos and backpacks and shoulder pads. So I might actually convert some of my other parts that I've got left to make some more. Right, here's another German. And the good thing about these guys, you can just put holes in them and what have you, because they're dead. You know, they can have bullet holes in them. They don't really care because they're dead. Okay, and then this is the one that I found was like the strange one. This is the body that's lying torso down, or lying on his back. So I basically just like flattened his legs a little bit so they would stand up a little bit better, and then just basically super glued him to the base and put the head and the arms on. So he's like coming along, because if you lie him on his back he looks a bit stupid. He doesn't look very good. The arm's not in the right place, so I'm just going to fill that with a little bit of putty when I get around to painting it. But I do like the detail that he's got like half his back blown out there. That's brilliant. That's really good gory detail. Then we've had the American Firefly. So here's one of the Stahltruppen. And these guys are brilliant. I really like these ones. So I could do with more Stahltruppen because I think I've got 46 Stahltruppen. So I could do with more of these Stahltruppen zombies. So if anybody gets any of these, they don't want them and they want to swap, let me know and I'll arrange a swap with you. Right, so almost there now. We've got another guy here with, he's holding what looks like a brick in one hand and a severed head in the other. His face is just like come down to almost a skull. Nice model. It's got what looks like a rain cape on, or a winter jacket. And then we've got another German. Again, quite a nice model. Got one leg that looks gammy, the other one looks alright. I like this one. This one's one of my favourites. He's just rushing forward and actually looks like he's going to do some serious damage to you if he actually gets up and close and personal. I like that one. And then the last three that we've got this guy here. This, I think it's meant to be an American, I'm not exactly sure. I do like the fact that they provide with the arms that have been severed. I like that because it does give them a, you know, a very, very scary look. If miniatures can be scary, I would say. And this is the only one that I don't like. I don't like this arm, so I might pull that off and replace it with a regular arm because I don't like it. The pose on the model's good, but I just don't like that arm at all. It looks odd. And then finally, our other Stahltruppen. So I just give him a skullish face, and he's advancing forward menacingly. He's just coming out of the ground. And what I am going to do is I'm going to take a couple of models and actually have them as if they are crawling out of the ground. Now you only get 3 arms, I think it is, left over from a sprue, so there's not much scope. You can mix and match the arms and the heads, not a problem. I think you get 3 arms and 4 heads. That's all you get left over from the sprue. So have fun. Right, so that's been a quick look at the Totenkorp Horde. Remember, check out Sonic Sledgehammer's video for painting the Totenkorp, because Troy's brilliant. He does some amazing stuff. He's also got some of the Konflikt'47, such as the Mark 1 and Mark 2s for automatons for the British Commonwealth, and loads and loads of tanks, painting bears, painting werewolves, all sorts of things. It's well worth checking out. Right, so anyway, I've been Mark. Thank you for tuning in. No matter where you are in the world, folks, please stay safe, look after yourself. Introduce a friend to gaming, then you'll always have somebody to game with. Above all, take care. Thank you. Bye.